Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to share something that could alter the entire trajectory of your life. Not tomorrow, not next year, today. There is one rule, one invisible law that governs success, wealth, happiness, and achievement. Most people live and die without ever knowing it. But those who master it, those who live by it, bend reality in their favor. I urge you, don't just watch this speech. Absorb it. Let it challenge you. Let it disturb you. Let it transform you. Because once this rule sinks into your mind and heart, your life will never be the same again. If you've ever looked in the mirror and said, "There's more for me," if you've ever felt the sting of being overlooked, underestimated, or stuck, then what I'm about to tell you isn't just for you. It's your invitation to power. Success in life, no matter how you define it, begins with a definite chief aim. What is a definite chief aim? It is not simply a vague wish or a fleeting thought about something you want. It is a clear, unwavering goal that burns so brightly in your mind that everything you do moves in the direction of fulfilling it. It is a purpose that defines you. It is the central force that drives your actions, decisions, and every step you take in your life. The power of a definite chief aim lies in its ability to give your life direction, focus, and meaning. Without it, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the vast ocean. The world is filled with distractions, opportunities, and temptations, all of which can pull you off course. However, when you have a definite aim, you have a compass that helps you stay on track, regardless of what life throws your way. The first step to creating a life that you desire is choosing that aim. It's not enough to simply have a vague idea of what you want. You must define it in the most concrete terms possible. Think of it as setting a destination on a map. If you don't know where you're going, how can you ever hope to arrive? The more specific and clear your aim is, the more your energy and focus will align with it. Many people fail not because they lack desire or potential, but because they fail to focus their energy on a single objective. Instead, they scatter their efforts in 1,000 different directions, hoping that somehow they will achieve success by chance. It's like trying to plant a garden by scattering seeds across an entire field without regard for which ones will grow. Some will sprout, but most will be lost. A definite chief aim is like planting your seeds in the perfect spot, where they can receive the best conditions for growth. Once you have your definite chief aim, your next task is to commit fully to it. Commitment is the key to transformation. When you commit to a definite purpose, you are effectively saying to the universe, "I am ready for this. I am serious about making this a reality." This commitment creates a sense of purpose that will keep you moving forward even when obstacles arise. It's the difference between a wish and a decision. A wish is passive, whereas a decision is active. A wish hopes for something to happen, while a decision actively works to make it happen. Commitment brings clarity to your life. When you know exactly what you want, you start to think, act, and speak as if that goal is already yours. Your thoughts become aligned with your purpose, and your mind will begin to reject distractions that do not serve your goal. This is the starting point of achieving success. With a definite chief aim in place, you will find that your path becomes clearer, and the steps to reach your goal seem more obvious. But there's something even more powerful about having a definite chief aim. It gives you the power to concentrate your efforts. The human mind is capable of amazing feats when it is focused and undistracted. Unfortunately, most people's minds are often scattered. We are constantly bombarded by the noise of modern life. Social media, work pressures, family demands, and 100 other distractions. The problem isn't that these things are bad in themselves, but that they divide our focus. We live in a world that is full of options, but not all of them are worth pursuing. With a definite chief aim, you can sift through the noise and only focus on what truly matters. Think of concentration as a magnifying glass. If you hold the lens steady and focused on a single point, it will concentrate the sunlight and magnify it to the point where it can burn through anything in its path. In the same way, a definite chief aim acts as your magnifying glass, allowing you to focus all of your thoughts and energy on one thing until it becomes a powerful force that cannot be denied. Moreover, a definite chief aim is not just about personal achievement. It's about contributing to a larger purpose. The most successful people in the world are not those who seek to accumulate wealth, fame, or power for its own sake. Instead, they are those who have found a purpose that serves something greater than themselves. When your aim is tied to a bigger cause, that becomes a driving force that propels you forward with energy and passion that others cannot match. For example, consider an inventor who creates a new technology. While the inventor's goal might be to make a fortune, the true power of the goal lies in the impact it has on society. The act of helping others, solving problems, and contributing to the collective good magnifies the creator's drive and motivates them to push through difficulties. In this way, the definite chief aim becomes both personal and universal at the same time. The act of setting a clear, specific goal also has the power to give you confidence. When you know what you want and have made the decision to go after it, there is a certain security that comes with it. You stop questioning yourself or doubting your abilities. Instead, you trust that your efforts are aligned with a purpose and that, in time, success will follow. The confidence you gain from clarity is unshakable because it is grounded in a commitment to a purpose that is meaningful to you. In addition to all these factors, a definite chief aim is essential because it gives you a measuring stick by which you can track your progress. Life is full of choices, and you are faced with decisions every day. With a definite chief aim, you can evaluate each choice by asking, does this move me closer to my goal? If the answer is no, then you know it's time to move on and focus your attention elsewhere. A definite chief aim does more than just give you direction. It unleashes energy. It activates the hidden power of your subconscious mind, which begins to work tirelessly to help you achieve your goal. The mind, when focused and committed, will start to notice opportunities and solutions that you may have otherwise missed. It's as if the universe conspires in your favor because you have made it clear what you want and are willing to act on it. In conclusion, the power of a definite chief aim cannot be overstated. It is the starting point of all achievement. Without it, you are like a ship without a rudder, lost in the sea of possibilities. But once you define your goal, commit to it, and focus your efforts upon it, you will unlock a force within yourself that will propel you forward to the life you desire. The most powerful tool you possess is your mind. It is not the body or the circumstances around you that determine your destiny. It is your thoughts. Every significant achievement, every creation, every great endeavor that has ever taken place began as a thought. This is not merely a metaphor. This is a universal law. Thoughts become things. At the core of human existence lies the truth that we are constantly creating our reality with the thoughts we entertain. Everything that has ever existed, from the simplest object to the most advanced technological marvel, first existed as a thought. The chair you sit in, the car you drive, the home you live in, all of these started as an idea in someone's mind. Even the most profound achievements in history, from the creation of the airplane to the moon landing, began as thoughts in the minds of individuals who dared to believe that what didn't yet exist could one day be brought into reality. Your mind is a creative instrument. It is like a garden where your thoughts are the seeds. If you plant the seeds of negativity, doubt, and fear, then those seeds will grow into weeds, stifling your growth and obstructing your progress. But if you plant the seeds of positive, empowering thoughts, those seeds will grow into a vibrant garden of possibility and success. The thoughts you hold in your mind, the beliefs you carry, shape your actions, your environment, and ultimately your reality. The mind is not a passive receiver, but an active creator. What you consistently think about, what you constantly focus on, expands. If you think of success and abundance, your mind will begin to recognize opportunities that align with those thoughts. If you think of scarcity and failure, your mind will fixate on obstacles and reasons why success is unattainable. The law of attraction, while often misunderstood, works through the simple principle you attract what you think about most. Consider the power of self-talk. The way you speak to yourself, the internal dialogue that runs through your mind, holds tremendous power. When you repeatedly tell yourself that you are capable, that you deserve success, and that you have the strength to overcome challenges, your subconscious mind begins to accept those statements as truth. The more you affirm them, the more your beliefs solidify. As a result, you begin to act in ways that align with your thoughts. You take steps toward your goals, and your external circumstances start to shift to match the picture you've been painting in your mind. However, thoughts alone are not enough. It is not sufficient to simply think about your goals or desires without the corresponding actions. Thought must be paired with faith. It must be combined with the belief that what you desire is not only possible, but also within your reach. Faith is the bridge between thought and reality that fuels the actions necessary to bring those thoughts into tangible form. If you think about something and then take action as if it is already yours, you are aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with your desired outcome. The ability to think creatively and with purpose is one of the defining qualities of human beings. Unlike animals, whose behaviors are primarily driven by instinct, humans have the capacity to use their minds to envision and create. This power is both a blessing and a responsibility. Every thought you have sends out a signal into the universe. Whether you are consciously aware of it or not, your thoughts are constantly shaping your experiences. The more you cultivate positive, empowering thoughts, the more your experiences will align with those thoughts. One of the most important aspects of harnessing the power of your thoughts is learning to control them. The average person's mind is often a chaotic mess of conflicting ideas, desires, and fears. The challenge lies in training your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. This requires discipline and practice. It requires cultivating an attitude of awareness. When you become aware of your thoughts, you can begin to choose which thoughts to focus on and which ones to dismiss. This is where the magic happens. When you consciously decide to entertain thoughts of success, prosperity, and abundance, you are redirecting your mental energy toward the realization of those very things. There is a profound relationship between thoughts and emotions. Your thoughts generate feelings, and your feelings in turn reinforce those thoughts. For example, when you think about a challenging situation, you may feel fear, anxiety, or doubt. These negative emotions can spiral, reinforcing the belief that success is not possible. On the other hand, when you think about the potential for success, the joy of achievement, and the excitement of reaching your goals, you generate positive emotions that propel you forward. The key is to break the cycle of negative thinking and replace it with thoughts that make you feel empowered, confident, and optimistic. One powerful technique for harnessing the power of your thoughts is visualization. Visualization is the practice of vividly imagining yourself already in possession of what you desire. It is about creating a mental image so strong and clear that it feels real to you. This is not just daydreaming. It is an active process of using your imagination to create your reality. Athletes, for example, have long used visualization techniques to improve their performance. By mentally rehearsing their actions before they physically perform them, they program their minds for success. The same principle applies to all areas of life. When you vividly imagine your success, your mind starts to map out the steps necessary to bring that vision into reality. The law of mental equivalence states that your thoughts create the equivalent of the objects or situations they represent. In simpler terms, the images you hold in your mind create the conditions and outcomes you experience in life. If you imagine yourself in a state of lack, that's what your life will reflect. If you imagine yourself successful, wealthy, and happy, your mind will find ways to bring those conditions into your life. You must also recognize the power of gratitude. Gratitude is an emotional state that reinforces positive thinking. When you are grateful for what you have, you create more to be grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already possess, which attracts more abundance into your life. Gratitude aligns your thoughts with positivity, abundance, and possibility. It is a powerful tool in reinforcing the belief that you can create your desired reality. In the end, the ability to shape your life lies within your thoughts. Your thoughts are the starting point of everything you experience. They determine your feelings, your actions, and the outcomes you achieve. When you take control of your thoughts and align them with your desires, you begin to harness the immense power within you to create the life you want. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. It is the driving force that propels individuals to push past obstacles, challenge their limits, and pursue their dreams with an unwavering determination. Without desire, there is no direction, no motivation, and no ambition. It is the foundation upon which success is built. Desire is not simply a passing wish or a fleeting thought. It is a powerful, consuming force that shapes the very core of a person's being. A true desire is something that dominates the mind, ignites the soul, and fuels the spirit with such intensity that it becomes impossible to ignore. The deeper is the fire within that keeps you moving forward even when the road gets tough, when challenges arise, and when failure seems inevitable. Without this burning desire, deeper truth, most people would give up the moment they encounter adversity. The key to achieving success in any area of life is to first identify that burning desire. It's about knowing exactly what you want, the deep truth, wanting it so badly that you can taste it, and making the decision to stop at nothing to achieve it. People who achieve extraordinary things in life are those who have developed a deep, internal fire that refuses to be extinguished. The deeper truth, their desire is not just about gaining wealth or fame, but about creating something meaningful, something that resonates with their very being and fulfills their deepest passions. A burning desire is a force that transcends external circumstances. It doesn't matter what obstacles or setbacks you face, your desire is what keeps you going, even when the world seems against you. The deeper truth, think of it as a compass that guides you through life's difficulties. When you know what you want and you are determined to have it, there is no force in the world that can stop you. Your desire acts as your inner driving engine, propelling you forward when others would falter or give up. What differentiates a true burning desire from a mere wish or goal is its intensity. The deeper truth. A burning desire is an unshakable, deep-rooted need. It's the kind of desire that you think about every day, every hour, and every moment. It invades your mind and soul with such persistence that it influences your thoughts, your actions, and your behavior. People who achieve success do not simply think about their goals, they obsess over them. Deeper truth. Their thoughts are constantly centered around how to get closer to their desired outcome. They don't give up when things get tough, because their desire burns so brightly that it keeps them going. The deeper truth. When a person has a burning desire, their whole world begins to change. Their thoughts become aligned with their goals, and their energy is directed toward their ambitions. The deeper truth. Every action they take is done with the purpose of advancing towards their goal. This is the power of desire. It has the ability to focus the mind and channel it in one clear direction. Without it, the deeper truth, you are at the mercy of life's distractions. With it, you become unstoppable. One of the most critical aspects of a burning desire is that it creates a sense of urgency. The deeper truth. People with a burning desire know that time is precious, and they understand that every moment wasted is a moment they cannot get back. The urgency that comes with a burning desire pushes individuals to act immediately, to seize opportunities when they arise, and to make the most of every moment. This sense of urgency is not the same as impatience or anxiety. Rather, it is the recognition that success requires decisive action. People with a burning desire don't procrastinate. They take action quickly, decisively, and consistently. However, a burning desire does not guarantee success by itself. It is not enough to simply want something badly. A burning desire must be backed by belief. Without belief, the deeper truth, desire is just a wish. It is easy to have a burning desire for something, but without the belief that it is possible to achieve it. The deeper truth, the desire will not be enough to push you through the inevitable obstacles that come your way. The most successful individuals in the world are those who not only desire something deeply, but also believe wholeheartedly that they can attain it. They know that with persistence, determination, and faith in their abilities, nothing is impossible. The most important thing to understand about burning desire is that it requires commitment. It's not enough to simply feel a strong desire for something. You must be committed to achieving it no matter what. Commitment means deciding that your goal is non-negotiable. It means refusing to let anything or anyone deter you from your path. The deeper truth. When you are committed to your burning desire, you become unstoppable. You will sacrifice, you will persevere, and you will do whatever it takes to make your dream a reality. This commitment is what separates successful from the unsuccessful. Many people have desires, but few are truly committed to making those desires come true. True commitment is unwavering. It means continuing on your path even when things get difficult, even when you face failure, and even when others doubt you. It is easy to give up when challenges arise, but those with a burning desire remain focused, resilient, and determined. They understand that failure is simply part of the process, and they use it as fuel to keep pushing forward. Another essential aspect of a burning desire is passion. Passion is what makes your goal feel alive. It is what infuses your efforts with energy and enthusiasm. Without passion, desire can feel empty and uninspired. Passion is the spark that ignites your burning desire, the turning it from a simple wish into a powerful force that drives you forward. It's the emotional energy that gives your goal life, meaning, and purpose. When you are passionate about your desires, it becomes almost impossible to stop. Passion keeps you moving, keeps you excited, and keeps you engaged in the pursuit of your goals. A burning desire also involves clarity. The more specific and clear your desire, the stronger it becomes. Vague desires are weak desires. If you want something but you are unsure of exactly what it is, your desire will lack focus and direction. The deeper truth. But when you are crystal clear of what you want and why you want it, your desire becomes a powerful force that guides your every thought and action. It is this clarity that helps you make the right decisions and take the right actions. Lastly, a burning desire requires belief in the process. Sometimes the path to your goal is not clear. The steps are not always obvious, and the road may seem uncertain. But when you have a burning desire, you trust in the process. You believe that every step you take, No matter how small or seemingly insignificant, the deeper truth is leading you toward your goal. This belief helps you stay motivated even when the path is difficult or unclear. The power of burning desire is profound. It is the starting point of all great achievements and the fuel that drives people to accomplish the extraordinary. Without it, success remains a distant dream. But when you cultivate a true, burning desire, the deeper truth, you unlock an immense power within yourself that will push you forward, no matter the obstacles, no matter the doubts, and no matter the setbacks. Faith is an unseen force, yet it wields an influence more powerful than any physical presence. It is the invisible force that shapes the way we see the world, influences our decisions, the deeper truth, and affects every aspect of our lives. The power of faith goes beyond religious belief or abstract hope. It is the core of personal transformation, a driving force that shapes the way we experience and create our reality. In the context of achieving success and living a life of purpose, faith is the bridge that connects desire with manifestation, the thought with action, and the present with the future. When we talk about the power of faith, we are not simply referring to blind belief. Faith in its truest form is not passive. It is a dynamic force that compels action, builds conviction, and aligns the mind with purpose. Faith is the unwavering belief that something is possible, even when evidence to the contrary may suggest otherwise. The deeper truth. Faith is the inner knowing that what we desire is already on its way to us. When we possess this type of faith, we do not question whether success is achievable. We become certain that it is only a matter of time before our desires come to fruition. At its most fundamental level, faith is the belief that what we cannot see is just as real as what we can. It is the ability to trust in the unseen, to believe in the invisible forces that govern the universe, and to understand that what is before us in the physical world is not the totality of what exists. Often, people get caught up in the visible, tangible aspects of life. They rely on what they can touch, feel, and measure. But true success is not about limiting yourself to only what you can perceive with your senses. The deeper, it's about reaching beyond those limits and trusting that a greater force is at work, guiding you toward the achievement of your dreams. Faith is also the foundation of self-confidence. It is impossible to achieve success without a certain level of belief in yourself. To accomplish great things, you must first believe that you have the ability to do so. Self-doubt, fear, and insecurity are enemies of success. They are the barriers that keep you from reaching your true potential. When you have faith in yourself, when you trust in your own abilities and your power to shape your destiny, you become unstoppable. Faith empowers you to take bold actions, to step into the unknown, and to face challenges with unwavering determination. It is the root from which confidence grows. The deeper truth. The power of faith is also intricately tied to perseverance. When the journey toward a goal becomes difficult and the obstacles seem insurmountable, it is faith that keeps you going. Faith is what allows you to persist in the face of adversity. It is the unshakable belief that no matter what happens, your goal is achievable and that setbacks are merely part of the process. Without faith, it becomes easy to give up. When challenges arise, doubt creeps in, and the temptation to quit becomes overwhelming. But with faith, you view challenges as opportunities to grow, as stepping stones toward success, not as insurmountable barriers. Faith fuels your perseverance, and perseverance is the key to realizing your goals. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is that it is a magnet that attracts the resources, people, and opportunities needed to bring your desires into reality. When you have faith, you align your energy with the universe in a way that opens doors and brings opportunities your way. The deeper truth. The power of faith works in partnership with the law of attraction. When you believe deeply in the possibility of success, you send out vibrations that attract the things, people, and circumstances that can help you achieve your goal. This is why faith is so important. It not only fuels your own actions, but also creates an energy field that draws toward you the very things you need to succeed. The deeper truth. Another element of faith's power is its ability to transform your perspective. When you have faith, you see the world differently. The deeper truth. You begin to view challenges as opportunities for growth and failure as a necessary part of the journey. Faith shifts your mindset from one of limitation to one of abundance. It teaches you to believe that there is always enough. Enough time, enough resources, enough opportunity to achieve your goals. This shift in perspective allows you to move forward with confidence and optimism. You are no longer constrained by fear or doubt, and you embrace the challenges that come your way as opportunities for success. Faith also nurtures a sense of inner peace. When you trust in the process of life, when you believe that everything is unfolding as it should, you are able to maintain a sense of calm and serenity, even in the face of uncertainty. Faith is not about knowing exactly how things will unfold, but rather about trusting that they will unfold exactly as they need to. This sense of peace allows you to stay grounded and focused on your goals without being overwhelmed by stress, worry, or fear. You trust that everything is working out for your highest good, and this trust gives you the strength to keep moving forward. However, faith is not a passive state. It requires action. Faith alone cannot create success. It must be coupled with purposeful, consistent effort. When you have faith, you do not sit idly by and wait for your desires to manifest. Instead, the faith propels you to take the necessary steps to make those desires a reality. It's not enough to just believe that something will happen. You must also act as if it's already happening. The deeper truth. Faith calls you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, and to pursue your goals with relentless energy and commitment. It is the belief that your efforts will eventually yield results that drives you to keep moving forward, even when the road is uncertain or difficult. Faith also plays a critical role in overcoming fear. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to success. It paralyzes us, keeps us from taking action, and prevents us from stepping into the fullness of our potential. However, faith and fear cannot coexist. When you have faith in yourself and your goals, fear loses its power. Faith creates an internal strength that allows you to face your fears head on, to take action despite uncertainty, and to move forward with courage. Faith helps you see beyond the surface level fears and recognize the opportunities that lie beneath them. At the core of faith is the belief in possibility. Faith is about knowing that anything is possible, that no dream is too big, no goal too distant. When you have faith, you reject the notion of limitations and embrace the idea that everything is within your reach. This belief in possibility is what fuels your desire to keep going, even when others might doubt you. It is the spark that drives you to aim higher, to dream bigger, and to reach for more. Faith removes the mental barriers that limit your potential and opens the door to limitless possibilities. In conclusion, the power of faith is transformative. It is the force that fuels every great achievement, the foundation upon which success is built. Faith allows you to see beyond your circumstances, take action in the face of fear, and persist through challenges. It provides the inner strength and peace necessary to continue on your path to success, regardless of obstacles. Faith is not just a belief in something intangible. It is the catalyst for action, the deeper truth, the spark for perseverance, and the guiding light that leads you to your desired future. Specialized knowledge is the currency of success in a world that is becoming increasingly complex. It is the key to unlocking new opportunities, accelerating progress, and achieving mastery in any field of endeavor. Knowledge in general is power, but specialized knowledge is the specific tool that enables individuals to navigate their unique paths to success. It is the deep, focused understanding of a particular subject or area that not only gives you a competitive edge, but also allows you to create value, solve problems, and make a lasting impact. In today's world, general knowledge is no longer enough. The era of surface-level expertise is over. To truly succeed, you must develop specialized knowledge, a deep, focused understanding of a specific area that sets you apart from the competition. This specialized knowledge is what allows you to contribute meaningfully to your field, to offer unique insights, and to find solutions to complex problems. It is the kind of knowledge that is both valuable and irreplaceable, enabling you to provide something of worth that cannot be easily duplicated. The importance of specialized knowledge cannot be overstated. In the modern world, there is an abundance of information available at our fingertips. The internet has made learning easier than ever, and many people believe that simply knowing more is enough. However, while general information is abundant, specialized knowledge is far less common. This scarcity is what makes it so valuable. To stand out in your field, you must go beyond the basics and commit to mastering the details that others may overlook or underestimate. Specialized knowledge is not just about collecting facts. It is about understanding the nuances, complexities, and intricacies of a particular subject. It is about being able to think critically and apply your knowledge in real-world scenarios to create meaningful outcomes. To achieve success, it's not enough to merely have knowledge. It must be applied. Specialized knowledge becomes truly powerful only when it is put to use. It's not about what you know, it's about how you use what you know to solve problems, innovate, and create value. This is where the true power of specialized knowledge lies in its application. When you combine knowledge with action, you create results. Specialized knowledge allows you to take calculated risks, make informed decisions, and navigate uncertainty with confidence. By understanding the nuances of your field, you are better equipped to anticipate challenges, spot opportunities, and stay ahead of the curve. The development of specialized knowledge is a lifetime journey. It is not something that can be acquired quickly or easily. Becoming an expert in any field requires time, dedication, and continuous learning. The process of acquiring specialized knowledge involves constantly refining and deepening your understanding of your chosen area. It means dedicating yourself to ongoing education, practical experience, and problem solving. In many fields, new developments and innovations occur regularly, so it's important to stay current, continue learning, and adapt your knowledge to the ever-evolving landscape of your industry. Specialized knowledge can come from many sources. Formal education, such as degrees and certifications, can certainly contribute to building your knowledge base. However, true mastery often comes from hands-on experience, mentorship, and personal experimentation. In many cases, the most valuable knowledge comes not from textbooks, but from the real-world challenges and problems you encounter. Learning by doing, through trial and error, success and failure, is one of the most effective ways to acquire specialized knowledge. Mentorship from those who have already mastered the subject is another key source. By learning from the experiences of others, you can accelerate your learning curve and gain invaluable insights that would take years to discover on your own. Once you have acquired specialized knowledge, it becomes your responsibility to share it. The value of specialized knowledge grows when it is shared with others. It is through the application of your knowledge in collaboration with others that innovation happens. Whether through teaching, consulting, mentoring, or contributing to the development of your field, sharing your expertise enhances your own understanding and reinforces your position as an authority. Additionally, the exchange of ideas fosters growth, creativity, and advancement within the broader community. By sharing your specialized knowledge, you not only help others but also elevate your own standing in the field. In addition to expertise in a specific subject, specialized knowledge also involves the ability to think critically and adapt. The world is constantly changing, and the most successful individuals are those who can apply their knowledge in new and innovative ways. The ability to adapt your knowledge to new situations, integrate new ideas, and solve problems in creative ways is a sign of true mastery. Specialized knowledge is not static, it evolves over time. The more you learn and apply your knowledge, the more you see how interconnected everything is. You begin to understand how different pieces of information fit together, and this allows you to think more strategically and find solutions that others may miss. In a world that values specialization, there is also a growing need for collaboration. While specialized knowledge sets you apart, it is important to remember that no one person can know everything. This is why collaboration is essential. By working with others who have complementary expertise, you can pool your specialized knowledge to create even greater outcomes. In today's interconnected world, collaboration is often the key to solving complex problems and driving innovation. The most successful individuals and companies understand the power of collaboration and actively seek out partnerships with others who bring unique knowledge, skills, and perspectives to the table. However, there is a common misconception that specialized knowledge means you must be confined to a narrow field or limited to a specific set of skills. While specialization is important, it is also crucial to broaden your horizons and stay open to learning outside of your field. The most successful people often possess a combination of specialized knowledge in their primary area of expertise, as well as a broader understanding of other fields. This interdisciplinary knowledge allows them to make connections, think creatively, and bring new perspectives to their work. A deep understanding of one area combined with knowledge from other fields can result in innovative solutions and fresh approaches that others may not have considered. Ultimately, specialized knowledge is one of the most powerful assets you can develop in your journey to success. It is the foundation upon which you build your expertise, and it is what enables you to offer unique value in the world. Whether you acquire it through formal education, personal experience, or mentorship, the depth and application of your knowledge will determine your success. In a world that values expertise, those who invest in developing their specialized knowledge and apply it effectively will stand out and make a meaningful impact. The more knowledge you acquire and apply, the more power you have to shape your own destiny and contribute to the world around you. Imagination is one of the most powerful tools in the arsenal of human potential. It is through the power of imagination that we can envision a future that does not yet exist, create solutions to problems that have never been solved, and manifest the things we desire in life. Imagination is not just a passive form of daydreaming. It is a dynamic force that plays an active role in shaping our reality. Our ability to think beyond our current circumstances, to visualize possibilities, and to mentally create what we cannot yet see in the physical world is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stagnant. Imagination is the first step in the creation of anything. Everything that has ever been invented, built, or accomplished began as a thought, a mental image in the mind of someone who dared to dream beyond what was immediately possible. The vision of a new product, a groundbreaking service, or a world-changing idea begins with imagination. It is through imagination that we develop the clarity and direction needed to pursue our goals. While reality may be full of limitations, imagination has no boundaries. It allows us to see the world not as it is, but as it could be. One of the most profound aspects of imagination is its ability to transcend the limitations of the present moment. Imagination allows you to live in the future before it happens, to experience in your mind what others might only dream of achieving. When you engage in imaginative thinking, you are effectively testing the possibilities of your future. This mental exercise gives you the ability to anticipate challenges, foresee opportunities, and plan your next steps with a clear sense of purpose. Successful individuals do not just take action based on the present moment, they act based on the future they envision, a future that has already been imagined into existence in their minds. However, imagination is not just about creating images in the mind. It is also about emotionally connecting with those images. When you imagine your goals and dreams, it's not enough to simply see them clearly. You must also feel the emotions associated with achieving those dreams. The power of imagination is not just in visualizing your desires, but also in feeling the joy, excitement, and fulfillment that come with their realization. When you combine vivid imagery with deep emotional engagement, you send powerful messages to your subconscious mind, programming it to help you achieve your goals. The more real and emotional your mental images, the more likely they are to manifest in your reality. In this sense, imagination serves as a catalyst for action. It is through vivid mental pictures and emotional connection that we are motivated to take the necessary steps toward our goals. The clearer and more emotionally charged our vision is, the more our actions will be in alignment with it. If you cannot see where you are going or cannot feel the joy of success in advance, it becomes difficult to take inspired action. Imagination is the force that fuels that inspiration. It gives you the mental clarity, the emotional energy, and the drive to make your dreams a reality. The key to leveraging imagination for success is to focus it on specific, clear goals. Imagination is most effective when it is directed with intention. It is easy to get lost in endless fantasies and vague daydreams, but true power comes from focusing your imagination on specific outcomes. Whether it is building a business, achieving personal growth, or making a positive impact in the world, it is essential to channel your creative energy into clear, tangible goals. The more specific your mental images are, the more real they will become. When you see your future in sharp detail and immerse yourself in the sensations of achieving your dreams, you are essentially creating a blueprint for success in your mind. Imagination also plays a critical role in problem solving. When faced with a challenge or obstacle, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the reality of the situation. However, it is imagination that allows us to step outside of the current problem and explore potential solutions. Imagination encourages creative thinking and innovation. It gives us the ability to see the bigger picture, to look at problems from multiple perspectives, and to discover solutions that we may not have considered before. By engaging the power of imagination, you break free from conventional thinking and open the door to new ideas and possibilities. It is also through imagination that we transform our mindset. When we regularly engage in imaginative exercises, we reprogram our minds to believe that anything is possible. Our mind is not limited by the constraints of our current reality. It is free to explore infinite possibilities. When you imagine success, you begin to believe in it. The more you imagine yourself succeeding, the more you rewire your brain to align with that outcome. This shift in mindset is essential for personal growth and success. Imagination feeds the belief system, reinforcing the idea that we are capable of achieving greatness, no matter the obstacles in our way. One important aspect of imagination is its ability to expand your sense of possibility. Often, we become confined by our current circumstances, trapped by the limitations of what we know or what we have experienced. Our imagination frees us from these constraints by allowing us to see what lies beyond them. When you begin to imagine what is possible, you start to see beyond your immediate surroundings and begin to recognize opportunities where others might see only challenges. Imagination pushes you to step beyond your comfort zone and venture into uncharted territory. It is the first step in embracing the unknown and creating your own reality. Imagination is also inherently connected to faith. To imagine something is to believe in its possibility. When you use your imagination, you are essentially placing your trust in a future that has not yet materialized. This act of faith is what gives your dreams the power to come alive. Without faith in your imagination and in the possibilities it reveals, your dreams will remain distant and intangible. Imagination and faith work together to shape your future. The clearer your mental images and the stronger your belief in them, the more powerful the force of attraction becomes. You draw to you the people, resources, and opportunities necessary to make those imagined dreams a reality. Moreover, imagination fosters a sense of creative vision. It allows you to create your own blueprint for success, free from the opinions and limitations imposed by others. People with vivid imaginations are able to create innovative solutions, invent new products, and inspire others with their ideas. Imagination is what leads to breakthroughs in technology, art, and business. It is the key ingredient in entrepreneurial thinking, enabling individuals to visualize something that does not exist and bring it into being. Without imagination, there would be no innovation, no progress, and no breakthroughs. The act of imagination also requires discipline. While it is easy to get lost in unstructured, wandering thoughts, focused, disciplined imagination has the power to manifest your desires. Imagination works best when it is exercised consistently and with intent. When you practice imagining your success daily, you strengthen the mental pathways that lead to its realization. The more you engage your imagination, the more clearly it can see the path forward. This practice can be the difference between a fleeting thought and a well-executed plan. Ultimately, imagination is not just about dreaming, it is about creating a roadmap to your desired future. Through imagination, you construct the foundation of your success. When you can imagine your goals with vivid clarity, you create a mental framework for their attainment. The more detailed your mental image, the more real it becomes. Imagination fuels the process of creation, turning what once existed only in the mind into a tangible, achievable reality. The journey to creating the life you desire is built upon the powerful principles that have guided successful individuals throughout history. The first crucial step is the development of a definite desire, a clear, unshakable goal that drives every action you take. This desire, when fueled by faith and coupled with a deep understanding of specialized knowledge, forms the foundation of your success. Your imagination, which serves as the spark of creativity and innovation, gives life to your goals, allowing you to visualize possibilities and solutions that transcend the limitations of the present moment. By tapping into these principles, desire, faith, knowledge, and imagination, you engage the mind's most powerful resources, pushing beyond what seems possible and creating a future that aligns with your highest potential. These are not abstract concepts, but actionable steps that require commitment, discipline, and persistence. As you integrate these elements into your daily life, you begin to shape your reality. You create a path where others might only see obstacles, and where limitations are replaced with endless possibilities. In essence, the life you desire is not something that will happen by chance or without effort. It is created through a deep alignment of thought, belief, knowledge, and action. As you begin to embrace these timeless principles, you will unlock your true potential, break through barriers, and realize that you are capable of achieving everything you set out to accomplish. By harnessing the full power of your mind and imagination, you have the ability to create a life that reflects your greatest desires, one step at a time.